All right, y'all. We are back for season 5, episode 3 of Black Ink Crew Chicago, and we're gonna get into this review. I'm trying to do it a little bit differently instead of, pausing the TV and getting back into it because that makes my videos a lot longer. So in order to kind of cut down on time, I'm kind of taking notes and reviewing as I go. So the episode opens up with a recap from episode 2, and it's basically Lily and Brittany getting into that fight with Ryan's assistant, and Brittany being demoted to just a piercer as opposed to a piercer / manager. Okay? All right, so we are moving on, and Lily is stressed because Bella and her, stressed by the fact that Bella and her daughter are there and whatever, and she needs some loving, which, doesn't take much for Lily because Lily, gives the box out to anybody, man, woman, dog, cat, horse, whatever. So, they're just priming us for Lily to have a love interest this season. Okay, cool, great, whatever. And then Ryan. Oh, so then we also learned that Brittany has beef with Don because he got the position over her, which, I get it, I understand you lost your job or you were demoted, so whatever. Ryan brings in a guest tattoo artist, and it's he reminds me of Riff Raff without the braids, the white dude with the goals and the accent that doesn't belong with his group of people, that type of thing. So he's there, and Lily, she was like, "Hey, how good are you? Let me see your work." So she wants to see his work, and it's actually really good, clean work. Like he has some really good tattoos in his portfolio and his phone or whatever. And he was like, I guess I need to shut the hell up because I was wrong. And he was like, it's okay. I appreciate your compliments, mama. And da-da-da-da-da, just kind of one of those, how do I say this? Kind of white boys that don't know that they're white boys. But, all right, I ain't gonna touch it. But, basically, he fits in with the 9-man crew in swag and dress and appeal and language and mannerisms. You get the picture. Yeah, so they're asking him black questions, whether he likes the Wu-Tang crew over Jadakiss or whatever. And I guess, at this point, he's earned his proverbial black card from Don and those guys, and yeah, moving on. And so Don thinks it is a great idea for him to welcome this guest tattoo artist by throwing a party. Mind you, when Brittany, that just got demoted, had a party the night, the week, or whatever, the episode before, she had threw a party and ended up getting demoted and talked to not in the best way by Ryan. Okay? So as soon as Don becomes manager, he decides, let's have a party to welcome the new artist. Ryan gives it no thought. Yeah, I'm down with it. Brittany did have a point, even if she gets on my nerves already. When I had a party, I got demoted. And Ryan went back and forth and had an attitude about it. However, Don offers to throw a party in the same location not far after Brittany had her party. Very soon after Brittany had her party. And he's cool with it. All right, cool. So, as I said back a couple episodes ago, he don't have the same energy with women that he has. He don't have the same energy with men that he has with women. So that is going to continue to be the theme with Mr. Ryan Henry. So Brittany is putting the decorations up, but she still has like a thorn in her side because Don's not there helping them, and blah, 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 blah. And then Don does show up later. So in the meantime, Don's not there to help her, and she's sitting there taking shots of Hennessy. And like Lily said, yeah, Ryan said it was good to take the party, to have a party and turn up, but he didn't mean right now. So she's drinking Hennessy, and Don shows up, and he's like, I can smell the Hennessy across the room. And then he's going down the checklist. Like, as a manager, you're managing things, you're making sure things are getting done. So she's going down the checklist. Hey, did you do this, and this? Yeah, I did that. She's saying, yeah, I did that. And I guess some things didn't get done because they were decorating for the party. And he's like, y'all are in here playing with Halloween decorations, and, the floors are mopped, and there's things that haven't been accomplished. So he tells Brittany, I can smell the liquor on you, go home. And he's calm tone, even tone, real chill, real laid back. And She ain't having it. She's like, you go home, blah, 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 blah. Just talking to him like trash, kind of doing what she don't need to be doing. So he goes and lets Ryan know, like, hey, we'll talk about this later. I know you working, but she ain't listening. And I done told her to go home like 20 times. She not going home. So, he's trying to figure out how much force can he use or how much authority he has in this newfound management position. So he says, you know what, Brittany, we're not going to argue. There's clients here. Walk with me outside. Let's talk about it. Put your shoes on, get your stuff. Let's walk outside. So they walked outside and she went first and he shuts the door behind him and locks it. So I guess that was his way of getting her out of the shop. I guess it worked. So she started banging on the window and he pretends to call the cops in his white lady voice. And we later come to find out that he actually didn't call the cops, but he just wanted to get her drunk ass off the front porch. So yeah. All right, we are back from the commercial break, and Ryan and Charmaine are sitting down to have a little chit chat. She's the last person he hasn't made up with yet, so this is bound to happen. So ultimately, they figure it out. They're back on good terms. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. He's invited her to the Halloween party that Dawn is throwing for the new guy, so she'll be there, twerking or showing her ass or, whatever Charmaine does. All right. Moving on to Brittany Slam. Why did they call her Brittany Slam? Questions that I need answers to, because I ain't calling that girl no Brittany Slam when she was about to get body slammed last episode. So she's just going to be Brittany. She's back at work and she's a bit embarrassed because the last time she was at work, she was drunk and in her feelings, and her and Don, got into a screaming match. Well, not screaming match. They had words, and Don ended up sending her home. So she came back, and now her and Don, they've come to a compromise, and they're in a truce, and they're just gonna work together at this point. For now. All right. Now, Van shows up and there's this girl with him, and he introduces her to the group as Ebonita, and Ebonita is his apprentice. She does not work for Nightmare. She's his apprentice. She's there to learn from him in order to become a better tattoo artist. However, she's not specifically a tattoo artist. She's also she is a microblader. So, she's kind of telling the group about microblading and what it is. And, Bella has an attitude because she feels like, Ryan brought his assistant in here and, of course they're knocking each other off. And she thinks the same of Van and his apprentice. So she's wondering like, hey, can I bring everybody in here that I'm knocking off and just give them a job and not Meg? So she, she feels some kind of way about that. So her and Ebonita exchange words and, she says, hey, Ebonita, look, I'm looking at your eyebrows. Are they microbladed? And Ebonita's like, no, this is just makeup. And Bella's like, well, why haven't you done yours yet? Do you not trust your own self with your eyebrows? And she's like, no, I just haven't had the time to do it. She's like, but however, Ebonita got it right together and said, yeah, but I haven't done mine yet, but I can help you do yours because yours are in need, just summarizing. So, they're just exchanging words back and forth. And that was about it. So Van decided, I guess as a superior in the group, he needed to break the situation up. So he took Ebonita out and they're moving on. So Ebonita may or may not be a fixture around here. Don't know how Jen's going to feel about that because that is definitely Van's long-term girlfriend. And she's also kind of nuts. So we'll see how that goes. Side note, I need a microblading somebody because these bad boys is hit for. Right, so the new dude, I don't know his name yet, so goes in his mouth. The dude that goes in his mouth, he is here, and everybody when they first get there, they do their backstory and kind of explain who they are, where they came from, and what motivated them to end up in Chicago at 9 Mag. All right, cool. Sorry, but I didn't really listen to his story because I didn't. Yeah, so moving on, looking at the tattoo. He did a tattoo on one of his friends that flew in just get a tattoo from him because he does such great work. I got to give it to him. The dude got skills. Those tattoos are so crisp and so dark and so spot on. Like, if I was in Chicago, if I were to visit Chicago, I'd definitely probably make an appointment to get a tattoo with him. Even though I know it probably would cost me, my firstborn and a right lung, but definitely good work. Moving on. Charmaine and Nico are, I guess she does live cooking videos for YouTube and Instagram and whatever. That was just a cute enough part of the scene. And then now that she's offline, she's talking to Nico and she lets him know, like, hey, I had a conversation with Ryan and I think I'm gonna give Nine Meg another try. So, Ryan has been successful at getting all of the old Nine Meg members back together. So Charmaine is just naturally the last one left to join the party. So Nico's like, he doesn't agree. He doesn't like the environment. The environment is toxic, and he doesn't necessarily agree that that's where she needs to be right now. Now that she started her businesses and she's working and things have been consistent, and she's been outside of that toxic environment for a while. He doesn't think that it's wise for her to go back. However, she wants to give it a shot, and she's going to go back anyway. And Nico is kind of saying, I think this is your last time going back to them. Kind of gives her like a slight ultimatum. I don't remember exactly what it said, but I remember she said it was an ultimatum. Whatever. One thing I have to say on that is, Nico, maybe that was before you met Charmaine, but Charmaine was a catalyst, let's say. A catalyst for a lot of the bullshit that went on in NYMAG. For example, you said, you didn't feel comfortable with her going back to NYMAG because people are sleeping with people. Charmaine slept with Don, which was Ashley's boyfriend at the time, now husband, on multiple occasions, at the shop, knowing he had a girl, didn't care, fought with the girl. That one scenario could go on and on and on. So don't void Charmaine of her role in the foolery that happened in that would take place in NYMAG. Just keep that in the back of your mind. So I guess she's made up her mind. She's going to go back to NYMAG, and we'll see how long that lasts. All right, we are back, and I feel like these commercials are super short. so I'm trying to get these, get the review done, get the information out. I meant to say in the beginning, disregard my appearance because I'm tired, and I haven't bothered to take my twists down out of my hair. Time to get my sister locks retightened, so take me as I am or turn the channel. Okay, now in this scene, a client comes in and he's looking for, namely, he called him by name. He's looking for Ryan or Van. He hasn't had a tattoo before, but he was told to look for either of those two. And Van steps up. Okay, now he's assumed this client because he's looking for him specifically. And, just making random conversation while they're all just sitting around the customer, client, or what have you. He asks, hey, who else here is, are you guys tattoo artists? And everybody's kind of, giving their respective positions in the organization. And I guess his name is Shine, the gold teeth boy. The white boy with gold teeth. He says his name is Shine. I think it's Shine. I'm going to go with Shine for now. Shine says, I'm an artist too as well. He goes to pull out his portfolio on his phone and starts showing pictures, which I'm going to assume is in an effort to show Van up in order to convince the client to now work with him as opposed to Van. We all saw that. We got it. So Van goes, hey, since you're showing him pictures, do you have any pictures working on African-American skin? Where's your black canvases, for lack of a better term? And he starts flipping through all of his pictures, and he has one. He has one African-American client in his whole portfolio. And so the client is kind of confused because he says, so I'm going to be your second African-American experimentation as far as tattoos are concerned. And, Sean didn't really have an answer for it. So, I guess that kind of swayed the guy back to Van's side in order to choose Van to be his tattoo artist. I don't think he ever left Van. I think he just wanted, he entertained the dude because he had already pulled out his phone and started showing pictures. So he eventually chose Van to be his tattoo artist. And once he leaves, Van and Shine, kind of talk about how things work at NYMAG. And, if somebody comes in looking for you by name, the assumption is that is your customer. It's not customary to try to sway a customer when they've already had their mind made up on an artist. And yeah, so looks like Van and Shine are not gonna agree, most likely. So yeah. At this 9 Mag Halloween party, and everybody's coming through in costume. Lily is an Indian. Um, Ryan is Killmonger, which he did that. He really kind of pulled that off. Even though he's still getting on my nerves. Charmaine showed up as Poison Ivy, and everybody's kind of looking at her like, "Fuck, she doing here?" But it wasn't no beef. She's there. You can take Charmaine, or you can leave her. You can take it with a grain of salt. She ain't really nothing too heavy. Lily and Shine, they're in there, and they're kind of flirting with each other. And Lily's kind of saying, "I'm not looking for anything serious, but if he plays his cards right, basically he gonna get the cheeks." So that's gonna happen, and then he's gonna give somebody else some attention, and then Lily's gonna try to beat everybody up. Watch and see. Also, Bella. Belly and Lily were talking because Lily was talking to the new girl. I kept saying Ebonita because I thought he said Ebony, like Ebony with a needle on the end, but it's Evanita, like Evanita. Okay, Evanita. Lily's talking to Evanita, and Bella's on the other side of the room, on the other side of the table, like, "Why are you talking to her? She a fake bitch. She ain't even a part of 9 Mag." Like, just going ham for no unprovoked reason. She was unprovoked. Nobody was talking to her. The lady didn't do anything to the girl. She just started going ham. So, everybody's thinking like, Bella's drunk, and Bella is always like somewhere in the corner puking. So she's trying to go ham, and Evanita's really paying her dust. She's really not giving her the attention she needs. So they start arguing, and Bella starts throwing drinks, and Evanita starts throwing drinks, and that whole fiasco. And Don goes to remind us we are 1 hour into the first party at the new 9 Mag, and there's already a fight. So nothing's changed but the faces. Bella was still outside, Dawn was trying to get her to take 5 or 10 minutes to herself to get herself together. And some random girl is now standing at the bottom of the stairs, and she's antagonizing Bella, saying, you ain't got no hands, you ain't gonna do nothing. Like, nobody knows who this girl is or where she came from. So I guess she wanted 5 minutes in the camera. Whatever. So Bella's trying to run around trying to get to her because she's super drunk. And then somehow Bella turns her back to the girl, and the girl gets gets Bella's hair by the back, and then Bella and Lily in the melee end up pulling each other's hair because nobody knows who's who and what is what. Yeah. So moving on. Coming up on the next. So that was the end of that episode 3. The preview for the next episode shows Charmaine assigning herself as the celebrity concierge, or whatever that means. And as a part of that, they're going to fly out to Las Vegas for this tattoo convention. Yeah, I guess in order to drum up new clientele or whatever may be happening at these conventions. They're going to the conventions, and they're going to looks like something like a weed farm, so that should be interesting. Lily and Bella are going to end up getting into it because Lily doesn't think Bella has her back. And I think Bella will end up fighting that girl again, Evanita. So, should be interesting. More fights, more shenanigans, more people getting fired and hired at 9 Mag.